Ladies and gentlemen, it's time that we well join together in a journey through the Stanley Parable, a game that is quite hyped up because apparently it is a quote-unquote mindfuck. The word Inception has been used, so I'm looking quite forward to this. May you be looking this up on YouTube or are seeing this live on Twitch. We'll go through it. Everything will be uploaded to YouTube, so if you are seeing this on YouTube, well, it has been successful. So without further ado, I hope everything is sorted and we should start the game and have a good time. So, here we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-ending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, I can move? We can move now. We can crouch even. So that's definitely a mind-numbing job. I hope it pays well. Because let's be honest, you have to be paid well to be able to do the job like this. Then again, Stanley did seem to relish it. Right, can I break the door? Can I break the glass? Nope.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh, I just like turned off the computer. Sorry.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Wow, they actually comment on me when I touch everything? That game though, I already like it as we go. I already like it. Gotta save electricity, guys. Gotta save it. I'm so gonna get a promotion. Ooh, username, access. Can I read it something? Can I zoom in? Do I have a no, I can't. Off. Saving the electricity bill. Why are all the doors locked? That's the most suspicious thing. It looks like as if everybody has, like, disappeared. It's still wet. They must have been here recently.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No!
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Wow! They really have like an answer for everything, don't they?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope!
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So, let me get this straight. He is narrating and instructing, which means Stanley can hear him? So does that mean that there's actually a third person in his head? Or like above him telling him to do exactly what to do. Is that what's going on? Yeah, this game is supposed to be quote-unquote a mindfuck, so we'll see what happens. Let's go!
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly...
What's going on?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Whoa!
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Press 9 on your keypad.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press K.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Press J.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Wow, they are really like rubbing it in, aren't they? By the way, isn't that the same premise of that one movie with Ben Stiller? Like basically a button pusher that is like imagining epic stories? Just putting it out there, but that I see a resemblance. Press P to watch TV. Where's the TV?
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press O to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Alright, please press T to prepare dinner. And remember guys, please don't backseat game me. Please don't do that. Please don't spoil moderators if you can take care of that if that happens. I would be most grateful. Press T to eat, because I'm hungry.
As he wandered through this
Wait, what the hell?
world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press 7 to tell your kids a story. How I Met Your Mother.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
It's really meta. I tell everybody not to backseat game, but indeed the game backseats me already. And thus the mindfuck begins.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
No way.
Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets.
No.
The more he forgets which life is the real one.
The room is turning into my office.
And
it's
I'm
happening.
trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Oh
He
God.
won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
So, anybody want to get a drink?
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand
Bloody
that every
hell.
second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
A mirror? Press J to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Please die. What? What just happened? Oh, I died. Well, that was the game. Apparently there are multiple endings, so I'm just going to go and take the liberty to
All
assume.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let's go to the meeting room, guys.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Speedrun.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Admire, admire,
Wow.
admire, admire.
Yes.
Oh, what's that?
This room.
Admire, admire.
What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
Admired.
But eager to get back to business,
Go.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm my own man. Where the hell did I just descend into hell? Because if that
Stanley
happened,
didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the
damn
right.
it.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
oh god.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right.
Up, down,
Okay,
select,
yes.
start.
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
There's no way to go through there. You sure it's down there, dude? You sure? Because I feel like this is going to get a little bit iffy. Whoa!
No, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is